I am a huge superhero fan. Since I was a little boy, I just can't get enough of selfless heroes fighting to protect the innocent. And no hero embodies that mentality more as Spider-Man.
Dude, what was that?
What was that?
That sound you just made. You almost sounded giddy.
I am. I am so happy I finally get the time to talk about Spider-Man and even review something related to the guy.
Sure, sounds like fun, but we can't just go into comic reviews just yet. We are mostly known as a gaming channel, so I insist on reviewing a game.
Fine, but I get to review Spider-Verse soon. This is our top 4 Spider-Man games on PlayStation consoles. Only one game per console. Why top 4? Well, because there are 4 PlayStations. Thought that was obvious. Wasn't that obvious?
Number 4! The Amazing Spider-Man 2 on PS4.
Okay, let's get this shit show over with. The only reason this game is on the list is because it currently is the only Spider-Man game on PS4. What can I say about it? It sucks. There, next one.
Shouldn't we at least explain why it's the worst one on the list?
Fine. This game is terrible. It is clearly rushed to reach a deadline. The graphics are terrible for the PS3 and it's on PS4.
But, dude, isn't this just the port of the PS3 version?
Yeah, I suppose. But if you release a game on a current console, it's not too much to ask for it to look good. And it simply doesn't. Now, I am not a stickler for graphics. Hell, I run a channel focusing on stories, so I will eventually judge this game. Just on the story.
So, not a tickler for a stickler?
No, I'm not a stickler for stickler.
And?
And what?
How's the story?
Oh, the story! I'll let you know when I find it. The game tries to follow the story of the movie, but it feels like the developers just didn't know it. It's like they were giving the movie trailer to base the game on. Here's the trailer, make a game, you know how to do it.
Only the trailer to base the game on? How did they make that work?
They didn't. The game only has the barest resemblance to the movie, and it's filled with characters that never appeared in the movie. It's a jumbled mess.
Well, at least you get a proper face-off against the movie villains. Dude, what?
They literally stuffed the game with random enemies from the comics, and they're not integrated into the narrative at all. At one point you face off against Shocker, and at the other point you face off against Kingpin. While this is happening, the game tries to follow a plot where Kraven the Hunter tries to train Spider-Man, only to be able to hunt him at his best. Then the game ends with Cletus Cassidy, who shows up at final boss as Carnage because of experiments or something.
So, we've got Shocker, Kingpin, Kraven, Carnage. Aren't Green Goblin and Electro in the game? You know, actual enemies from the movies?
They are in it. Harry Osborn even started a private police force with Kingpin to stop vigilantes. They basically attack Spider-Man if he doesn't do enough good deeds.
Okay. At least that sounds like fun. It is fun, right?
No! It's terrible! Spider-Man shouldn't be forced to do random good deeds. He's a good guy. He's supposed to help people because with great power there must also come great responsibility. And that's how you say the line. Everybody who says it otherwise is stupid. This is just busy work to keep you from realizing how short the game is. And every time Spider-Man saves someone, you get this stupid random cutscene of news reporting on it. And it doesn't even fit the situation. The game sucks, and to be honest, I can't wait for the new Spider-Man game on PS4. The trailer is already better than this entire game. Next one, please.
Okay, we'll move on to number 3. Spider-Man 2 for PlayStation 2.
I bet you didn't see that one coming. The game everyone talks about when they talk about a good movie licensed superhero game. And a good Spider-Man game in general.
But if it's considered the best, then why is it only third?
Well, like I said before, we are a story-focused channel and I rate games on that exact fact. The story! And that's where this game lacks. Now, I'm not saying the story is bad, it's actually pretty good. And with the voices done by the original actors, or a good approximation of them, it is a blast to play. And who doesn't love some sarcastic Bruce Campbell as a voiceover? But the story is close to the story of the movie, and that just isn't what I want in a game. I love twists and turns in the story, the unexpected, and because I already saw the movie, I didn't get those things. This game is still awesome, but it just didn't surprise me.
Yeah, okay, I can see where you're coming from. Well, let's move on to number 2. Spider-Man: Edge of Time on PlayStation 3.
Again, I doubt a lot of you would have put this game even close to the list, let alone on number 2, but I like this game. Does that? In this game, 2 Spider-Man cross paths. One is the one people know, Peter Parker, the amazing Spider-Man. And the other is Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man of 2099.
Wow! And according to the game, that's a very technological future that's only 85 years away.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but think about it. The Marvel Universe has great minds like Tony Stark, Reed Richards, and even Peter Parker. Minds like that can make technological advances go extremely fast. The story of the game is fun. One scientist from 2099 travels back to the past and changes the entire timeline. Now the 2 Spider-Men have to work together to undo the changes and restore the timeline. Due to the time travel aspect in this game, you'll discover some really weird plot twists. Eventually, they discover who's really behind it all. And it's a shocker. A bit out of left field, but it also makes kinda sense.
Who's the big evil? Is it Norman Osborn? Tony Stark? Venom?
Nope, not Venom. This is one of the reasons why I like this game so much. There are only a few games without Venom, and this one finally says, you know what, Black Goop may not be the greatest enemy we can figure out this time.
Then who is it? Come on, man, the suspense is killing me! Would it help if I give another spoiler alert?
Okay, fine. The big evil behind it all is Peter Parker.
Wait. Peter Parker? Peter Parker from 2099? Is it his son or something?
No, this is the actual future version of Peter Parker. Somewhere down the road he got his hands on an anti-aging formula, and he's still alive and looking about 45 years old now.
But if he is the same Peter as the one from the present, then why is he all crazy ass banana pants? I mean, the old one wants to, what is the one again?
Yeah, his motivations are a bit weird, but he basically wants to create a time storm to destroy the universe. And then he wants to reset it so he can remove all the losses he suffered in his life. The young Peter may have lost Uncle Ben and Gwen Stacy, but this one even lost Mary Jane and Aunt May. That, combined with a long life, no wonder he went mad.
He lost Mary Jane. I really hope it wasn't due to a deal with Mephisto. Or radioactive sperm.
They don't share that information with us, but we don't need it. It works for the story and I like it. The acting's pretty good. That is Christopher Daniel Barnes voicing Spider-Man 2099. You may actually remember him as Spider-Man from the 1996 animated show.
And Amazing Spider-Man is voiced by Josh Keaton! Also known to play Spider-Man, but he was in Spectacular Spider-Man.
So if you can get past a few gameplay issues, this game can give you pretty satisfying Spider-Man fix. And I need my fix.
Okay, so with that out of the way, we are on to number 1. Spider-Man on PlayStation 1.
And so, to top off a list of what some may consider weird choices, I give you the first Spider-Man game for the first PlayStation.
Dude, even though I love playing it, this game is old. Look at all those pixels, and there's a weird yellow fog covering the floor. How could this game possibly be good?
Very valid questions, my friend. But think back with me for a second. This game was amazing, no pun intended, for its time. The graphics were good for PS1, and there was a lot of game content and even story. Doc Ock was working together with Carnage, yes, again the symbiotes, to create an army of symbiotes. So Spider-Man has to web swing his way across the city to stop this. The game was based on the TV show I mentioned earlier, and you can tell. The characters look the way they're supposed to, and they even sound the part.
Yeah, I know all that. It was good at the time. It sounds all nice, but that doesn't explain the yellow fog!
Very hot piss.
Could be, yeah.
Stop it. Yeah, so to help the new baby symbionts grow, the city is covered with... Okay, let's be honest here, it's just an excuse they make to ignore the limitations of an old PlayStation. It's not that bad, we got the fog in Silent Hill that way, and it made the game awesome. But not Konami. Fuck Konami.
Right up the bungle.
All night long. Tight little ass. And this game even has some extended content, some unlockable suits if you finish the game in a certain way, and even has what if mode, where the game just becomes silly when you play it through with a bunch of tiny jokes, like a fish actually swimming in the helmet of Mysterio. And that replayability, I miss that. Nowadays it's called DLC, so yeah, that's why it also gets extra points from me.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. And there you have it, my top 4 Spider-Man games on PlayStation consoles. But remember, this was one game per console. If I would do a top 5 favorite Spider-Man games, it would look completely different. But that's something for another day. Maybe when a new game releases. Anyway, next up we'll take a look at the Back to the Future game from Telltale. Until that time!
But, before you leave, you can be freaking awesome just by pressing that subscribe button for more. Or by pressing the like button to feed our egos. You can always press the dislike button if you hate us. I won't blame you.
The young Peter may have lost Uncle Ben and Gwen Stacy, but this one even lost Mary Jane and Aunt May. That combined with a long life. Who wrote this shit? Oh yeah, me. I'll start with the young Peter again. That combined with a and tiny old nipples went to France. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but think about it. The Marvel Universe has great minds like Tony Stark, Reed Richards, and even Peter Parker. Minds like that can make technological. And my tiny little nipples went to France. Okay, I'll start it from the top. I, Scientist, that's the sequel to iRobot. In a world filled with robots killing people, there's one scientist who became self-aware.
I, Scientist.
From 2099. The story of the game is fun.
An Amazing Spider-Man is voiced by Josh Keaton, also known to play Spider-Man, but he was in Spectacular Spider-Man.
Little bit more energy on that one, please.
Also known to play Spider-Man, but he was in Spider-Man Spectacular.
That's very Mexican. I don't think Trump will accept it.
I don't care.
You cannot.
What, again?
Yeah.
Ah.
You're very happy that he's voicing him.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man has to swing his way across the city to stop it. I sound like Stan Lee right now. Carry on, true believers. This is Stan Lee. Hey Stan, if you ever need somebody to take your place in the convention, give me a wig and I'll do it.
Excalibur!
Excalibur! I might be in my 90s. I'm 96-year-old, but I'm still more active than most 20-years-olds.
Because I keep jacking out.
Excelsior!
Oh yeah, Excelsior.
Yeah, you keep shouting Excalibur. What the fuck was that?
Yes.
Is
I
he,
like
is he also King Arthur?
Yes, he is.
My God, we figured out something here.
Excelsior! Well, that's what he shouts every time he comes.
Ask his wife.
That's why. Oh, that's why he is still so vital.
Yeah.
Maybe I should give it a try.
You're dying in 3 weeks at this rate.
Yeah.
And you keep shouting Excalibur. Trust me, that thing between your legs is not Excalibur, and nobody wants to rip it out of the stone. Well, if somebody named Sarah Stone or Emma Stone has a boyfriend, then every time they're done, he rips Excalibur out of the stone.
Yes.
Emma Stone, I am very nasty towards you. I am so sorry.
Oh.
Where were we? I was
Uh.
talking about your valid questions.
Yes.
I'll quick drink. I'll just start off with the valid questions again.
But before you leave, you could be freaking awesome just by pressing the subscribe button. For more. Oh, yeah.
For
Sorry.
more.
4 more. Yes. 4 more.
Yeah. 4 more
idiot.
years. 4 more
4
years.
more years.
Obama for a century.
4 more years of idiocracy. Fuck yeah.
Seriously, if America votes Trump for 4 more years after this, I sincerely want to go to Mars.
It's the best reality show we've got so far.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.